How did the slaves get gold and get silver and get brass? Are y'all listening to me? And get all this fine linen when once they were being beaten. But we understand when God was delivering them, he did a transfer of blessing. He took the wealth of the wicked and gave it to the righteous. The Bible says when the children of Israel were leaving that they spoiled the Egyptians. God touched the hearts of their enemies and they just started throwing them gold. Meaning God was asking for something back that he gave. Ooh. Are y'all listening to me? God was asking them for gold that he gave them. Right. One of the reasons God made them wealthy is because he wanted the wealth to bring his will to pass. See, the first time they got the gold and Moses was on the mountain, when he came back, they built a golden calf and they were dead and naked around it, idol worshiping. Yeah. And God destroyed some of them. Because he's letting you know my wealth and my prosperity is not for you to build idols. Right. Well, I don't know if this is too deep. That's good. Yeah. I gave you that money so you would build stuff for me. I gave you those gifts and talents so you would build stuff for me. I made you who you are for my purposes, not for you to become another god. Or not for you to go buy stuff and start worshiping it. Are y'all listening to me? Good. That's why I gave it to you, because one day I was going to ask for it. Yeah. Give and it shall be. Yeah. So God has said, I'll give you money if you give it back. I'll give you influence if you give it back. I'll give you power if you give it back. Are y'all listening to me? I'll give you a house if you give it back. I'll give you a car if you give it back. I'll give you children if you give them back. I'll give you a mate if you give it back to me. That's what made Hannah's womb open up. She told God, if you give me a child, I will give him back to you. And that's what she did. God gave her Samuel, and after Samuel was weaned, she took it back to God. And you know what God did for her one? He gave her 5 more. Yeah. Amen. Yeah. For your trouble. Come on. If you give it back to God, God will do the increase, brothers and sisters. If you're trying to increase yourself, that's why you're stuck. Are y'all listening to me? But when you say, God, you gave it to me, I'm going to give this gift back to you, and God will increase you. That's tithing. Amen. And it's not just talking about money. It's talking about everything you have. If God gives you a day, you're supposed to give him that day back. And when you give him that day back, he'll give you another day. Yeah. If you use the day when you wake up to tell people who Jesus is, you can guarantee he'll wake you up tomorrow. I know there's certain things that God brought me out of, not because I was perfect, not because I was more disciplined. He brought me out of it because he knows I'm going to tell people about who he is. My car always makes it here. Are you listening to me? I always somehow have gas and money to do the things of God. Are y'all listening to me? Because I'm giving it back to me. And then we just keep doing this. Come on. Come on. That's a worshiper. I love you, Jesus. Come on. Thank you for this rap gift. I'm going to give it back to you. All right. Are y'all listening to me? Yeah. My first album. And I got to move on. You know what God told me to do? You could be a witness. He told me, don't sell this album. We'll stop for me. That's what he told me. My first album. The world's against me. He told me in the spirit, don't sell this album. Give it away. And you know what he did? He made somebody else pay the bill for it. I didn't pay for the first CDs. David the Cure paid for it. KPFX paid for my video. Are y'all listening? God used all this to pay for it, but he wanted to see what I was going to give. That was my first. Was I going to give my first to him? And after I gave my first, I've dropped now 4 more albums. Amen. Are y'all listening? But because he's trying not to make you an idolater worshiper.
Right. Yes.
He's trying to make you a true worshiper. So he says, Moses, have them bring the gold according to their own heart. And we're going to build this sanctuary. I want to show y'all something. Go into the book of Exodus. Is anybody being blessed by today's word?
Yes.
That's my purpose. Book of Exodus chapter 36, verses 4 through 6. Book of Exodus. I want to show you the people's hearts. So God told them this. We're going to build a temple. And this is what I want you to do. Amen. He said, Moses told the people, and look what they did. And all the wise men, you see that in verse 4? Yes. That wrought the work. So these are the people that's working. These are the contractors, the cement masons and so forth. Of the sanctuary came every man from his work which they made. And they spoke to Moses, saying, the people bring much more than enough for the service of the work, which the Lord commanded to make. And Moses gave a commandment, and they caused it to proclaim throughout the camp, saying, that neither man nor woman make any more work for the offering of the sanctuary. So the people restrained from bringing. God Almighty. Amen. This is what it says. This is what, let me make it plain. God gave them so much. Are y'all listening to me? And they had the right heart. That they started giving so much to Moses that Moses had to tell them, stop giving. That's real worshipers. Are y'all listening to me? Right. So they just not, they didn't hoard. They didn't say, this is my stuff. They recognized who brought them out. They recognized who blessed them. They recognized who was with them. And they start giving so much for the sanctuary that the worker said, you gotta stop. Yes, sir. It is my prayer for you, brothers and sisters, that you have a heart of giving. Are y'all listening to me? Because I want you to be blessed. Why? Because I'm connected to you. Are y'all listening to me? Don't hang around people that you don't want to see blessed. Are y'all listening to me? Don't hang around people, I'm going to say that again, that you don't want to see blessed. But if you're going to hang around people every day, all day, and talk to them, you want to see them prosperous. Because if you're blessed, then I'm blessed. Are y'all listening to me? But in order to be blessed, you have to become a giver. Are y'all listening to me? Because God says, I'm going to bless you with so much that you're not going to have room enough to receive. And I don't want you to be like the wicked man when you have so much that you tell yourself in your heart, I'm going to build a bigger barn. But I'm going to bless you with so much because some of that stuff I'm giving you is not for you. You're just a portal. The door by which I'm sitting through. But it's all not for you. All that money is not for you. Are y'all listening to me? But I need to get it to my people. So I need you to have the right heart. So when I give it to you, you'll start looking around to see who can you give to. And I'm going to tell you, bless her. Bless him. Go see after them. Go make sure you take care of them. Are y'all listening to me? Bless people. When I told you this last week, when we did agriculture, we would put the plant and we would put the little saucer underneath the plant so that when we poured the water to feed the plant, the water would be caught and it wouldn't waste. Blessed people look for saucers to put underneath them. Yes. Are y'all listening to me? Hallelujah. A CEO always looks for somebody, an apprentice. Are y'all listening to me? Because I have so much that I need some of this to who's it going to fall on. Are y'all listening to me, brothers and sisters? And how you know you're going to be blessed is by who you put underneath you. By who you say, when God opens the door on me and it flows down, who is it going to fall on? If you're selfish and stingy and to yourself, you can't be blessed. That is the blessing about coming together. This is why you cannot worship God in your own house. Why? Because the people are not there. I'm not in your house. Are y'all listening to me? So God can only give you so much for you because it's only so much you can handle. But if you want to handle more, you got to open up the company. Are y'all listening? The company has to go from being private to being public. Are y'all listening to me, brothers and sisters? You have to open up your company. You have to open up your heart. You have to make yourself vulnerable. You have to hang around people. You cannot lock yourself in a house if you want a whole lot. Now, if all you want is what your house has, that's cool. That's all you can take. But for those that want more, you got to get around.
Yes, sir.
You have to eat some different food. Are y'all listening to me? Everybody can't be your same color complexion. Everybody can't like what you like, because God is not going to just use your ethnicity to bless you. He says, I'm going to use all men to bless you. White and black, Jew and Gentile. Are y'all listening to me? That's why you can't be racist. Are y'all listening to me? Because God is going to use somebody who you didn't think to come in your life.
Amen.
And if they say meet me here at the rendezvous, I was at a pastor's meeting for some brothers that they called me and I didn't really know. And they said, meet me at this Indian restaurant. I've never ate Indian in my life. Are y'all listening to me? And if I said, well, I don't eat that. Right. You're going to isolate yourself from your blessing. Exactly. I went to the place, met some great brothers and sisters in the Lord. They was not all African American, to be honest. Are y'all listening to me? And I ate the Indian food, and do you know what? I liked it. It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. I still eat it. I went back. I carried on one time. It was good to me. You will never know what you really like until you open yourself up. The world is too small. What do you mean you can't do nothing? Don't you know you can get on a plane right now and be in New York by, yes, Lord, about 10 o'clock, and then you can do some business and come right back and be right back in California the next day? What do you mean you can't do something? The world is too small now. We can fly to Europe. We can fly to England. We can fly to Australia and be back in time for dinner. Are y'all listening to me? But you got to open yourself up. Good God Almighty. And so, God wants me to show you two things, and I'm done. He says, bring me gold and do a work. Bring me a goods and offer a service. What are you saying, Lord? Bring me goods and offer a service. I'm a business teacher. Bring me goods and offer a service. When you're starting a business, it either has to be goods or service. Oh, God, he gave me this. Maybe this was just for me. If you're going to start a company, you're either going to sell product or you're going to offer a service. Either you're going to sell Nikes, or y'all listening to me, or you're going to make the Nike. Are y'all listening to me? That's how you start a business. It's either you selling product or you offering a service. That's what people pay for. So God is saying, bring me goods and offer a service. Bring me what you got and offer a service. In other words, God is showing you how to get in his business. Ooh. How to get in his company. Right. God says, tell my people to be about my business. Good God Almighty. Tell my people, stop looking for another boss and make me their boss. Well, Lord, how do I make you my boss? Bring me what you got. Amen. Well, whether all you have is 1 talent, 2 talents, or 10 talents, God has said, bring it to me. If you can cook, bring it to me. If you can write, bring it to me. If you can clean, bring it to me. Sir. If you can talk, bring it to me. Are y'all listening to me? Bring me your product and then use it to serve me, and I'll turn around and bless you. Oh, are y'all getting this? Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Bring me what you got. Use it for me, and I will turn around and bless you. What can you do, Mustafa? Well, Lord, I can talk. That's really what I do good. From coaching to rapping to preaching, it's all communication. It's all the same thing. Thank you, Lord. Are y'all listening to me? Preach for me. Coach for me. Well, you coach football, how you coach for them? Because in between you calling plays, you're telling them about me. Are y'all listening to me? Yes, sir. And I'm going to use that one thing to bless you. Hallelujah. But it first comes with coming to me. And that one thing that you brought to me, it will turn into companies. Now, y'all listen, it will turn into people. Some of you I didn't even know 2 or 3 years ago, 4 years ago, 5 years ago, 6 years ago. This church has only been established for 8 years. We didn't know each other 10 years ago. You weren't even thinking about me. Are y'all listening to me? But now all of a sudden you're here listening to me. Are you listening to what I'm saying? You wasn't even thinking about me. But now you're here working with me. And I'm going to let you know it really has nothing to do with me. I just brought what I did to God. And God brought me you.
Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord.
Yes, Lord.
Yes, Lord.
So, I conclude with this. What do you have? What do you have? You can never start a company and be successful till you first recognize what you're going to sell. What do you have that God can use?
That's good.
What do you have that God needs? What do you do good?
Hallelujah.
One of my practices is do what you do good, and what you don't do good, stay away from. Ain't that simple?
Right.
You have to now go into this year. If you're going to have a blessed, prosperous new year, it starts with first recognizing what did God give you first. Are y'all listening to me? If you're going to have a new year, you have to say, okay, Lord, I do this good. I do that good. And then you have to ask him, how can I use this for you? And God let me know, tell you a workman is worthy of his hire. So God says, I'm not going to cheat you. If you work for me, I'm going to pay you.
Come on now.
Are y'all listening to me? It's better you're a good worker. My barber has no problem getting money out of me.
Right.
At all. I told him, he said, man, I'm tired of doing this. I'm getting ready to stop cutting. I said, no, you're not going to stop cutting my hair. I said, no, you're not. You're looking at me. I said, I don't care how much you charge. I'm going to still pay you because you're good.
Yeah.
Right.
So whatever you bring to God, do it good. And God going to make sure you wake up the next day.
Come on.
And the next day. And the next day. And the next day. Because you try to keep good workers.
That's right.
Are y'all listening to me? Stand to your feet. Amen.